Dear God, you made many, many poor people. Realize, of course, it's no great shame to be poor, but it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had just a small fortune? If I were a rich man, idle, diddle, diddle, deedle, diddle, digga, digga, dum. All day long I'd biddy, biddy, bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Idle, diddle, diddle, deedle, diddle, digga, digga, dum. If I were a biddy, biddy, rich, idle, diddle, deedle, diddle man, I'd build a big hall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each loud screech and honk and quack and clock would sound like a trumpet on the ears, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, idle, diddle, diddle, deedle, diddle, digga, digga, dum. All day long I'd biddy, biddy, bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Idle, diddle, diddle, deedle, diddle, digga, digga, dum. If I were a biddy, biddy, rich, idle, diddle, deedle, diddle man, I'd see my wife, my golden, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in, screaming at the servants day and night. The most important men in town would come to fawn on me. They would ask me to advise them, like a Solomon the wise. If you please, Reb Tevye, pardon me, Reb Tevye, posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes. Yada-dee-da-da-dee-da-da. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. That would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, idle, diddle, diddle, deedle, diddle, digga, digga, dum. All day long I'd biddy, biddy, bum. If I were a wealthy man, ha! I wouldn't have to work hard. Idle, diddle, diddle, deedle, diddle, digga, digga, dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you declared I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man?